I'm not going to say that I got top bucket both years when I was at Morgan Stanley, right? And you have to kind of have a balance. And if you kind of know that what you're doing at an investment bank is a launch pad, right? It's not something that you want to do for the rest of your life, then you can kind of swing the pendulum a little bit more towards your other passions versus modeling and all that. So I think it is a fine balance. And I'm not sure, you may be able to tell me the data here. Are investment banking analysts working more hours or fewer hours than a decade ago? I mean, I don't know.
In all honesty, what we find is that, and we haven't necessarily looked, call it like 10 years ago. It's unfortunate that at the end of the day, you do have many individuals that will, and I'm not trying to make any sort of like comparisons or generalizations, but some might say, okay, Gen Z has it like easier today. When I was in my first job out of school, $50,000 plus maybe a $25,000 bonus. Last year, technically, Evercore was at like 120 plus 120 plus like 15 signing. So that was literally like quite a bit. 255, I think was the number, all in, right? So like they call it compensation to our comparison. Now, don't get me wrong, right? The world has changed since last year. So things have tapered off quite a bit. Goldman has given like full on like eggs for bonuses, basically like insinuating, hey, you should leave. If you leave without us letting you go, then we don't have to be severance. It's really interesting stuff, right? I mean, I think a culture comes into a big part of it. Half the reason office hours is a business